Yay. I wasn't too sure whether or not this was going to work. My YouTube has been working funny the past couple of days, but I think they're probably just updating or something because I have no idea why it would let me do this and input this way and yet not let me get into my accounts yet. Anyway, evening, everybody, right? Pop in, let me know where you're from. Owen made it in here first tonight. That's cool, right? Awesome. It's usually William or Andrew. And yeah, Owen's right in there today. So yeah, head moderator. And Andrew not too far behind. Hi guys. How's your week going? Kathy's here too? You see it before I do. Oh, here we go. Evening, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great night. I've been packing. I've been wiping things down. I've been trying to have an enjoyable day, taking in lessons at the same time and trying not to worry too much about what's going on around me, right? This is a funny kind of world we've been living in. Oh, well, that's good to know, Andrew, right? To have a busy week, but, no major events, right? Sometimes no news is good news, right? I used to say that all the time when I go down to the mailbox to grab my mail because you don't want to see the bills, right? So sometimes you would just have to say, no news is good news. No news is good news. And I'm actually just waiting for my unemployment number so that I can get in there and get my benefits. So I'm back to work tomorrow. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited to be back to work. I'm pretty excited to be grounded into something that's going to keep me busy, keep me productive, right? Keep me from having my mind on situations that I don't have any control over. So I think it's going to be really, really helpful. As you can tell, like everything's kind of bare. I had nothing. I even took this picture down and everything, and I said I just can't do it. It just looks too bare, right? So I just I just grabbed out of the box this saying, right? This was my dad's plaque when my dad passed away. What year did my dad pass away? 1983. I think my dad passed away in 1983. And that was one of my dad's prized possessions. I mean, it's just a wood. Oh, look at that. And I've got a manifest on the back of it. I'm all excited. I want to read it. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know when I put it there. I have no idea. How exciting is that? Ooh, it makes me want to open it and see what it is. I'm sure can I take a peek? Oh, there's a photograph in there. I put a photograph in there too. What is that? Oh, it's a picture of me and my dad. This is so cool. I didn't even know this was here. There's my dad. This is in probably maybe 1970. I might look like about 5 years old there, 5 or 6 years old, right? Actually, yeah, I think I am 6 years old because that on the floor is my sister Alice, and I'm 6 years older than my sister Alice, and she looks like she's just a new baby there. So yeah, it looks like I'm about 6 years old, and that's my dad. It looks like Christmas morning, opening up our stockings. But how interesting! I wonder I'm going to assume that it's a manifest and I just taped it, and I'm going to assume it has something to do with my dad for me to have taped it back. This is pretty cool. It's like finding treasures, like finding a treasure map, right? I'm not going to open it. I'm going to leave it for another day. I know that you guys get this mirrored. So yeah, see, and I say this all the time, right? Life is what happens to us while we're making other plans. And it's so true. You could be making plans for trips, or one day I'm going to do that, or, oh, I can't do that right now, but maybe in a couple of months I'll try that out. Or, yeah, I want to diet, but I'll diet tomorrow because look at that donut. Doesn't it look amazing? Doesn't it make it look amazing? I've been on a no sugar challenge for 26 days, 25 or 26 days. I've been doing really, really good on it. I haven't had any processed sugar at all. I have had fruit. But I haven't had any processed sugar. So I'm really happy about that. But I am going off my diet for Christmas Eve, right? Everybody's hanging out with us on Christmas Eve. Is everybody here? Well, I don't expect to. Well, lots of us have family and stuff too. Isn't it amazing that I did these chatters, right? I did these Christmas parties on every Christmas Eve, and then the one year when we need to have a Christmas party, that we're going to have one, right? And we're well settled into them, right? I'm going to wear my pajamas, I think. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll dress up for that day, Uh I'm going off my diet, so I'm going to have processed because I have to have mincemeat, right? I have to have mincemeat, and I have to have. Well, I'm sure my sisters are going to bring tarts over for me, right, on Christmas Eve. We're not doing Christmas this year. Everybody's going to do their own thing this year. But my sister will stop off at each other's houses to pick up presents for everybody, and then after Christmas or whatever, everybody can go and pick their presents up, or we can all drop our presents off at her house, and then when she goes to drop off stockings on Christmas Eve, she can drop off everybody's presents. But that's going to be a lot of work for her because she's not well to start with. So we don't want to turn her into a packing horse. And Christmas is going to be pretty hard this year for everybody, and especially for her. So try and make it easy for her as we can, right? Right. But yeah, Christmas Eve here. It's going to be fun. I'm going to, well, I don't know if I'm going to get my annual stocking because I usually get an annual stocking. My sister Tracy usually does me a stocking Christmas Eve. Remember, we always sit and you watch me do my stocking. But I'm going to assume she does because I've got all her stocking stuff, but that doesn't mean anything. But knowing the kind of person that she is, I know that at the very least, she got great enjoyment out of doing her stockings. And if she's doing stockings for everybody else, she won't be able to bring herself not to do a stocking for me, right? And I got her some really neat things in her stocking this year, right? Yeah, lots of brand new, really nice things that I know that she'll like. Oh, really, Andrew? See, and that makes me wonder, should I stay on my 90-day challenge? Because by Christmas time, I'm going to be past a month already into my 90-day challenge, right? And for one day of cheating, for 24 hours of cheating on my diet, I have to go back to day one of my 90-day diet challenge. So I will think about it the more. No, I know I'm going to go off my diet that day. I've already decided that I'm going to do that because I already picked up a little bag of brown sugar. I'm going to make cinnamon buns for myself for going off the diet, and I'm going to have tarts. I'm going to have my mincemeat on Christmas Eve, right? I might even have a cocktail. I've got a bottle of Kahlua in the fridge. It's not even been opened, and it's been sitting in there for 2 years, more than 2 years maybe. I don't know if it's even good anymore. It's never been opened, so I don't know. I don't know too much about how long liqueurs could last. I know if it was a whiskey, it would still be good, but being a liqueur, it might be a little bit different, right? Yeah, I don't drink very much alcohol. I can't even remember the last time I even had a drink. I'm not even sure if I had a drink last Christmas party. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I had some kind of cocktail last year. Cuz Christmas Eve, during the Christmas Eve lives, yeah, I do like to have some kind of cocktail. Oh, yes, I think it was the pineapple banana juice. That was what I was doing. Pineapple and tequila. That's what I was drinking last year. Yeah, I knew it was going to be either pineapple and tequila or pineapple and orange, pineapple and orange juice, which isn't alcoholic, or I would be having a Kahlua and milk, like a paralyzer, right? Yeah. Well, that's good. Are you overweight at all, Owen, or are you able to manage your weight pretty good? I'd be curious to know. Drink a little wine, so you might have a little wine belly. Yeah, I don't know why, especially when there was so many alcoholics in my family too. There was a lot of alcoholism in my family. I mean, I never saw my dad drink. My mother didn't drink, right? My mother didn't smoke. My dad smoked 2 packages of cigarettes a day. But but yeah, but my grandfather was an alcoholic. I know all my aunts and uncles, they were, and all my great aunts and uncles, right? Like my dad's sister or cousins and stuff, because they all hung out together, their cousins and nieces and nephews and stuff. So I just all called them all aunts and uncles, but they were all drinkers. I remember they were all drinkers. I remember hiding underneath the table, right? And just drinking the beer that was on the table and stuff as a kid. But yeah, I don't like the taste of alcohol. I never did, right? Maybe as a little kid I did, because obviously I drank it underneath the kitchen table, dining room table. I remember that during the holidays and stuff when my dad would have family over and things, right? Isn't that interesting? Yeah, some of us are very lucky. That's a hard addiction to break. I've known people who have cured themselves of alcoholism, right? And they stopped drinking, but it was tough, and you lose a little bit of yourself, right? And you have to pick up another habit in order to lose drinking. Otherwise, you won't be able to, because your mind will always wander back to the drinking, and then it's just an ongoing battle, right? An ongoing battle. Drink somebody under the table. Well, that's good. Yeah, look at this shirt. I love, they call them boyfriend shirts, right? They're like men's shirts, but they're made for women. But I got this one, but look at the armpits are like way down almost at the elbows now. But I love this shirt so much because I knew I was going to be doing housework and packing and stuff today. I wanted a nice comfy shirt, right? And I do like this shirt, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep this shirt, even though I said I was just going to have designer clothes and things. I was only going to have nice clothes from work. Yeah, I'm pretty excited to, right, to carry on, pick up where I am. I want to see, I thought, like, if I could every single week pick up a few items that will make me $50 a profit, that would be an extra $200 a month that I could put towards a car. I need more than $200 a month, but if I put $200 a month and I get a place to rent for 500, then I could put another couple of $100 away. That would be $400 a month. I could put away. 4 times 4 is 16. It would be 8 months. In 8 months, I could save enough money to buy a car, and plus maybe stay on top of my bills, and maybe chip away at some of those other ones, right? And work my debt down. I want to try really, really hard to work my debt down. But yeah, the shelf was so bare that I thought I needed something. So I pulled out my dad's plaque, right? Because it's encouraging for me, right? Life is what happens while we're making other plans. I'm planning to move. I don't know where I'm moving to. I haven't found a place yet. I don't know where my life is taking me. I do have a job I'm going back to tomorrow. But other than that, things are kind of up in the air, and I'm just going to ride the waves. And I know in 3 weeks, this will all be over. In 4 weeks maximum, this is all going to be over, right? And I'll be settled into something. I don't know what, but I'll be settled into something somewhere. So no matter what, it's going to be okay. I know it's going to be okay. We've ridden the hardest part of it, right? And this is forcing me for change. I needed to be kicked out. I needed the change to be forced upon me because I wasn't going to do it myself, right? I was too attached to my apartment. It's been 25 years here, and I can't keep asking for change, and I can't keep asking for all these big changes to come into my life and not be willing to let go, right? So yeah, I'm oh, Sharon's here. Hi, Sharon. How exciting. It's been a while. How are you doing, dear? Wow, awesome. I'm glad. All our regulars are in here. Make sure you give me the thumbs up, right? Before you take off and call it a night, right? YouTube will push it out if YouTube thinks that people like our companies. And we want to get this out there because we want people to come on Christmas Eve to our Christmas party. Sharon, are you coming on Christmas Eve? To our Christmas party on Christmas Eve? I hope so. It's going to be fun. I'm going to think of some interesting stories, right? And I should write a Christmas story actually right now for my Instagram. We think I've been locked down for the past few weeks, right? And I'm trudging water. I'm packing as fast as I can, doing as good a job as I can. But this is all stuff that I could have done last week or the week before, right? And now I'm back to work. So now I'm going to be having to move even faster, maybe not doing as good a job as I want to because I have to rush it. I'm trying to take it slow. I'm trying to do a good job, but oh, awesome. Yeah, so that's the plan. The plan with no plan. That's what I have. I have a plan that doesn't have any plan because I'm just riding the waves because I know it's going to be amazing. I know I'm going to be dropped off somewhere is pretty cool. And perfect. Christmas Eve, 7 o'clock on Christmas Eve, or we'll start it. Yeah, we're going to start it at 7 p.m. on Christmas Eve. I'll make a post and I'll attach it to my community tab, and we'll see how many people we could get in here for Christmas Eve. It'll be really nice, right? It'll be really nice. We're not doing Christmas. It's going to be a strange Christmas for everybody, but it's been no different for us for every year because we've done these Christmas Eve parties every single year, and it's going to be the same. Right? This year, maybe there might be a few more people than last year, but you can't count on that, right? But yeah. So somebody pull up a topic, right? What's everybody been up to this week? Has anybody done anything? How are your cities handling the virus? Have you gotten any word about when your vaccines are going to be rolling into the city? And I'm going to assume your vaccines are free, that everybody's going to get their vaccine for free. Here they're already starting to vaccinate. Everything got approved. So we're pretty excited. And I'm going to assume because I'm back at work, I'm in a volunteer business, that I'm probably going to be back up at the top of the list again for getting my vaccination. Christmas I'm not doing Christmas decorations. I'm keeping it simple. I want very minimal in my apartment so that if I have to be up and gone, I could just go bang, 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 make a phone call, have a truck here, right? Get it done. I don't know get what done, but I'll keep everybody posted along the way, right? I'll keep everybody posted. Aw, I was saying that too, right? The toys, islands of misfit toys. That's what we are, right? Just little gems that aren't recognized. Yeah, I was actually looking. I bought some rope lighting for my new studio, right? So when I move, I'm going to be making a new studio. I think I'm going to keep this blue color. So whatever wall I do, I'm going to keep this blue color because I really do like this picture as a focal point for my studio. And I'm going to put my nature stuff. I've got some window boxes made out of like finished log wood. I've got some wood statues. I've got some real nice nature pieces. I got a bowl of rocks. I got a bowl of acorns, right? And really make it naturey, right? Really draw the inside and the out so that, that way I can have my studio for once or twice a week. And then I will have my outdoor videos too, right? I really like that picture too. I really do like it. Thank you. I appreciate that you say that, Owen, because I really love it. I really love that. I'm very, very lucky to have it. It cost me under $5, this picture. And it's worth hundreds of dollars, right? It's Inuit art. I just love it. I love everything about it. I wish I knew what it meant though. I'm going to assume that it's sunrise and sunset, right? But what the representation is with the whale, I don't know, right? Melvin's here too. Hi, Melvin. Hi, Melvin. I guess that the comments are moving faster on your end than they're moving on my end because I haven't even seen in the chat yet Melvin walk in. Yeah. Cool. It's like you got hindsight that I don't have, right? How's Melvin today? Where's my comments? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm just pushing buttons here just to see what I can do with these. It would be really neat if the YouTube studio could do some extra things. If I could bring people in, right? If you had like a camera on your computer or your phone or something that I could actually pull people into YouTube and go live that way, right? I do have a video that I downloaded with me and Nancy, and she was telling the story of her life and a little bit about the kindnesses that Andrew did for her, right? And her situation in Seattle. It was a really good conversation. It makes you feel grateful, right? It also, what it does is it brings to mind because we're such selfish human beings are so selfish. We think of ourselves before we think of other people, right? And we have to be reminded that we're all in this together, right? Like all of us, nobody moves forward without, pulling up the person behind them, right? Or dragging the person beside you with you when they're fighting you the whole way, right? But yeah, her story is really quite inspiring, right? And there's no reason for any of us to feel poopy about the situations that we find ourselves in. Especially now, right? Especially right now. Everybody having such a hard time. But I could see a lot of progress. Like there's a lot of construction going on. I don't know what other cities and towns where you guys are from, if you can see that the construction business is still booming. I know because they get incentives too from the government, right? Where when your wages get paid covered for 75%, it's well worth trying to get as much done as you possibly can, right? Because you're saving an awful lot of money, right? But I hope that they're able to get tenants into these houses and these new constructions that they're putting up too. Aw, what's a Springer, Melvin? What's a Springer? Is that a dog? I'm sorry to hear that, Melvin. So I'm going to assume she's at the vet right now. Yeah, there's a lot of apartments. I know there's for rent signs on almost every single apartment block that I come across when I go for my evening walks and stuff, that I see those for rent signs on almost every single apartment. At least here, if I'm here, at least they know they're going to get their money, right? Because the last thing I can do is afford to have my wages garnished, right? Oh, it's a spaniel. Yeah, but they're selling the cottages. The cottages are booming right now. They were saying in real estate that the summer cottages, people are buying them up. So I guess people are kind of getting the idea that they don't want to be stuck in the city. They don't want to be around lots of people, right? So I guess they are looking into buying cottages here in Manitoba. You have a house, but you usually have a parent or you have a brother or you yourself have also a cottage, right? Or a cabana or a houseboat or something, right? For recreation. Oh, wow. But isn't that good that the package is still sitting there, Andrew? Isn't that a good sign that the package is still sitting there? Because that shows that people are being honest and not taking stuff that doesn't belong to them, right? I'm going to assume at some point somebody will pick it up after they've seen, like you saying, day in and day out, right? And they'll see that the box isn't holding up anymore or anything. What's everybody doing out there for Christmas shopping? Are you managing to get out there and do ordering online? Or I know I had a hard time. I was running out of school scribblers because I leave scribblers on my desk for and they're just school scribblers. They're just school scribblers, right? But I leave them on my desk because when I do lessons during the course of the day, then I can take notes and things, right? But because stores were only allowed to sell essential things, which was basically groceries, that I couldn't get my scribblers. And then the mayor said just on Friday that we could have school supplies, that the school supplies could be sold. So I went straight away. I went to Dollarama and I was really happy. I picked up my scribblers, right? And then I was also happy. Well, I don't know if I'm happy. I'm not dishappy, right? But to be back at work, I'm back to work tomorrow, so I'm able to ground in my job again. And lots of you guys, have you worked? I know Andrew has worked straight through. Who else has still worked while they were during the coronavirus, even though they had the lockdowns and stuff? I know there's a few essential workers in my apartment building. I have a nurse in my building, and I have what do you call, a halfway house worker, right? He works with the delinquent children, but he's now working with the toddlers right now. So he's been enjoying his job lately. Okay. Oh, isn't that nice, Andrew? That's really sweet. Perhaps someone should do a welfare check. Ah, you're right, Sharon, about that lady or gentleman whose package is at the door. Yeah, good idea. Oh, okay. Yeah. I see. But it never hurts, right? It never hurts. Like if somebody is just fallen on the kitchen floor or something and can't get to the phone, right? If they just can't get to the phone, and if it's been days, right? They could be hungry. But don't put yourself in a situation where you're gonna end up seeing something traumatic, or right? Like take care of yourself. Like don't put yourself in harm's way. But right? Oh, Nancy's here too. Oh, that's a good idea, Owen. Yeah, to take the package and take it to the back door or put it underneath the garbage pail or something, right? At the back door just to keep it covered. Hello, Nancy, dear. Hello, Nancy. How are you doing this week? Any good news, or like me, no news is good news? Well, I would have liked a little bit of good news this week is to get my number so I can get into my account so I can get registered for my my benefits, right? And that way I can at least secure where I'm going to live. And if I know where I can live, then I know how much I can take with me, because I don't think I can take everything. I'm not going to take any of my furniture, and I don't feel bad about selling all my stuff. And I actually had a lady, I don't know if I told you guys, but I sold my kitchen table and chairs. I really wanted to keep it. I wanted to paint them white. They were solid wood. They were just solid. They would have held somebody that weighed 600 pounds solidly, right? I wanted to keep the table, but I needed the money. I knew I was moving. I knew I probably wouldn't be able to take it with me anyway. And I got $50 for it. Oh no, I got $40. I got $40 for it, which was good money. But even though it was solid wood, right? But the lady sent me pictures. She refinished it and they were absolutely beautiful. She painted the chairs white and the legs of the table white. And then she sanded all the finish off the top of the table. And then she did it in a slate gray where the wood grain shone through the wood. And she did a really, really nice job. And it was really nice of her to send me pictures, right, to show me her work. And I was very proud because because I knew it was a good set. I knew it had a long time. It had lots of life. That table had a lot of life in it still. And I was very pleased that she was the one that actually got the table. Oh, really? Yeah, and it had an insert too. It was a solid wood table, solid wood oak table, and it was tiger wood too, right? Because it had the designs in it, and it was a really good piece. And I know it was expensive because when we got it, a friend got a new set, a more contemporary set than that one, and he asked us if we wanted it, and he told us that he paid almost $800 for that set, right? But I ruined the finish on it. But it was great. I just keep a tablecloth on it and it worked perfectly. And especially when I got home and I was tired and I could just throw my bags and the groceries. And now it's a little bit harder. If I go grocery shopping, I got to make sure my kitchen counters and everything are all cleared and the dishes are all done before I go grocery shopping, because otherwise I've got to put my groceries away from the floor, right? Because there's no counter space for anything. I'm just backtracking. I was just caught catching a whiff of the conversation there. Oh, Melvin, I'm sorry to hear that. It just sounds like you're just having a poopy week. Well, let's hope she's safe, right? Let's hope that she's safe. That's just right. And this is the first time hearing, like, even me hearing of anybody even I know that has had the virus. Oh, really? Is it because of the protests and stuff, Nancy? Oh, they are, right? Intentionally starting the fires. Well, yeah, that Melvin's sister, if she does get that flu, I mean, if all the staff got the flu, more than likely she caught it too. But hopefully she comes through it, right? Here in Manitoba, that flu, that virus, it got into our senior citizens' homes, right? In all of them, so badly. All the people dying in their 70s, 80s, 90 years old, right? It's and because here we make a point of mentioning, giving the statistics every day of the casualties, right? So we know exactly in what age group and how many in each age group is suffering with the virus, and what those casualties are, right? So yeah, unfortunately, a lot of our casualties, a lot of the people that end up in the intensive care unit, and a lot of the people that are passing away are the seniors, right? Yeah, sorry to hear about those fires too. It just doesn't it just doesn't end. Oh, 80 years old, Melvin. It's right at that stage too, right? Yeah. Oh, Melvin, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, let's send her out some good mojo, and let hope she pulls through. I hope she's a tough bird, right? Right? If she's a tough bird. But how did you get the word? Did she call you, or did a family member call you, Melvin, to give you the news? It's great, though, that people are communicating that way, right? That we're talking to each other and everything. I wonder how Robert is doing. We haven't heard from Robert in the past couple of weeks, guys. I know he tells me that he doesn't miss one of the lives, that he always comes in, he kind of misses them, and then he comes in later to watch. But I would really like to know how Robert is doing. Merry Christmas, Robert. Merry Christmas, everybody that did make it into the live today. If you pop in, don't forget, we're going to have a Christmas party, Christmas Eve, 7 p.m. And yeah, if we haven't seen you, check in. It doesn't hurt. You just leave a comment down below, so that at the very least I can let everybody know next Sunday that you just popped in and said hi, just to let us know that you're doing okay, right? That you're doing okay. Because I notice if you're usually here, right, and you do pop in every once in a while, when I don't see you, then I do get concerned, right? Then I do get concerned, and then I do worry a little bit. Oh, okay. Yeah, I hope Robert's doing okay. It's Christmas time, and the last time we talked to him, right? He was struggling, but he was managing, right? But managing isn't will just get you through the moment. It won't get you through the next day, right? So that's why I'm a little bit worried for him. And I did last week, he didn't come in, and I gave it a thought, and we're already halfway into our live already, and he still hasn't popped in, right? So again, Robert, just say hi in the comments. If you come in later tonight or tomorrow, just say hi in the comments, because you know that we're giving you our best thoughts. And everybody in the comments here too, they're all sending you their best wishes, right? Sending you best wishes and hoping that everything is good. You will be, Nancy. Nancy, nothing takes you down. Nothing. Absolutely nothing takes you down. Yeah. Yeah, you got this. Like, no worries, Nancy. I know it's poopy out there, but you've come this far and work, right? Like tomorrow is an eclipse tomorrow, full eclipse tomorrow night. And things will start getting better right after that eclipse. You'll notice things, and things for those of us who are for sure moving forward, things should have started, picking up. Little miracles should have surfaced here and there just to show you that you're going in the right direction. I know, Nancy, you've been getting your little miracles, right? So I can see some more good things coming your way real soon. Right? Let's be done with all of this. Like, let's get into this full moon eclipse tomorrow, and let's start going up, 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 right? We're done with this for a while. It's been a tough year. We need a little bit of break from all of this. We need to settle the systems down, right? We need to settle the systems down. We need to put a little bit of money away, and and on top of that, we need to get on top of some debt that we would have accumulated along the way. And if you're anything like me, maybe a little bit of healing in some relationships, or moving on from some relationships, because we get good insight to the people in our lives when we go into crisis mode, when the bad things happen in our lives. You get a true reflection as to who actually cares for you, who actually, cares that you're even kicking, or cares that you're around, right? And it makes it hard when you don't hear from people, and you don't get to have those interactions, and you don't get to have those conversations. You can't even go to a coffee shop and sit down with somebody and have a cup of coffee and a little conversation, right? So it's difficult, and wherever we can do it, right? And that's part of why we're all here on Sunday nights, right? Just keeping everybody cheery, keeping everybody going through all this mess. Keeping the normalcy, right? Like routine. This has become routine for a lot of us, and we've kind of incorporated it into our lives, right? As part of our lives. If I missed a Sunday, and I have missed a Sunday here and there, right? Because I've lost my sight of time. I've lost the day that I'm on. I've lost what I was doing, or I got involved in doing something else, right? But these live shows that I do here on YouTube, they're really important. Hello, dear. Greetings, Utah. Greetings, Utah. Welcome. We were just chatting about, coming through all this mess that we've been living in for the past. How long has it been? It started in March, right? Well, it started in January, but it didn't really pick up steam until the middle of March. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, 9 months. 9 months, people, this has been going on. This has been one crazy year. Hasn't it been a crazy year? It has been so crazy. But at the same time, like, hopefully people have been able to move themselves forward. I know I have. I did the best that I could with the tools that I had, right? And I tried to spread my sunshine, even though it's hard to spread sunshine when you're wearing a mask. Nobody can see your smiles, right? And that's the one good thing too about going the lives, that you don't have to look at me sitting here with a mask on my face, right? Reminding us of the situation that we find ourselves in. Yeah, but Christmas Eve, everybody, if you can make it 7 p.m. Christmas Eve, that would be absolutely amazing. We do a live show every Christmas Eve. We've been doing it now for how many years? 5 years? Is this my 6th year, 5th year, or 6th year? I think this is my 5th year of doing the Christmas party. And it's a lot of fun. We usually go for a few hours too on Christmas Eve, don't we? It is lots of fun. And, I'm so grateful for every single one of you guys, right? Every single one of you guys have contributed something to my brand, right? And keep me going. And when I'm miserable and I come in and I start my lives and everything, and then it's a reminder why I'm doing this, right? Why I'm doing this. But isn't that neat? Utah, the state of the Mormons, right? There are Mormons all over the place. Because I remember when I was a little kid, we had Mormon gentlemen who actually came and did Bible lessons with us a couple of times a week. We'd sit because I remember sitting around the kitchen table taking lessons, right, with the Mormons. They always come in. They were always so well dressed. They were always wearing their suits and everything when we'd come into the house, and yeah, we'd all sit there. And yeah, I remember that. The Cook Kids. I don't get it. I don't get it, Andrew, the Cook Kids. But you're right too. You just got to take it one day at a time. Just live in the moment that you're living in. Oh, cool. Cool kids, right? We're all the cool kids. And that you are, that's for sure. That's for sure. You guys are the cool kids. Right? And we are non-denominational here. We have all kinds of religions here. And we have people who aren't religious at all. We just keep each other company, right? We help to pull each other through, encourage each other, right? Right? And people have problems or people having issues, we just kind of envelop each other and talk it through, and yeah. Did you? I didn't. I didn't. I kind of had I was going to say I had a blonde moment, right? I was going to say that I had a blonde moment. I'm going to color my hair. I got a hair color I broke down, but I'm saving it for the very last minute because I need it to last for as long as I can, but I can see how dark everything is, right? Right? I did I needed a hair color about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and the little bleaches that I do for my bangs, I don't normally use the bleach because my hair is blonde and it will take the color really well. So I used it on my roots instead of my bangs, and it worked out really good. I've been letting my bangs fade out the best that I could because I am looking for an apartment, right? I don't want to put all that bright pink in my bangs and everything, and then, judgment. It's a judgment thing, right? It's a judgment thing, and as much as I can say I don't care what somebody thinks, and who cares about the judgment and stuff. This is about the roof over my head. And because I know people are going to judge anyway. So I thought, I would just let the pink fade out a little bit while I'm looking for an apartment. I found a few places. I'll be able to find something for around $500 a month. $500 a month, all my bills included. I could do that because that would make it so I could put $400 a month away, maybe $400. I'll be able to put $400. I'm going to commit right now, put $400 a month away, plus what I can sell from my work, right? I'm going to be a reseller. I'm going to pick up little things that are worth money at work, and I'm going to sell them, and I'm going to get myself a vehicle for spring, right? Right? And that's 100% true too. But I don't think, I guess the back checks and everything, but I guess I'll just play that by ear as I have to. I know if I can be honest, that would be my best option. I have to be honest no matter what. But I would like to avoid that question altogether. Where have you lived in the past 25 years? But it will come to me when I need it, right? And if I bring it up first, that would be the best solution for everybody, right? And they'll see that I'm a nice person. Hopefully somebody will see that I'm a nice person, and somebody will let me and my cat come and live in their basement. Because if I get a basement room, a great big basement, then I can take all my stuff with me, and I can make a really nice studio down there and just maybe stay for 8 months or a year and just catch up on my bills and get my car, get out and do some exploring, work on my brand, right? That's what I would really like to do, right? Plans, and keep working at my plans, keep working at my goals and stuff, keep chipping away. It doesn't mean give up on my dreams. It doesn't mean give up on my dreams. It just means being realistic and being responsible for my debt, right? Being responsible for my debt. Oh, well, that is good news, Melvin. See, but let's see what the bill is going to be like, right? What the bill is going to be like. Oh, well, that's good to know. Do you know how she got cut, or did you just noticed it? Did it look like a wound from like maybe an animal got to her, or did she fall, or did she cut herself on some glass, or was she in something that she wasn't supposed to be? But yeah, that's some good news. I'm glad to hear that, Melvin. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, I'm glad you think so, Owen. It's scary. It's really, really scary, right? But at the same time, what can I do except to ride the waves, right? Get ready for it the best I can, right? At least I'm ready for it. I know that if I got a call right now and I had an hour to get ready, I could make a phone call. I could have a vehicle here most likely, right? It's going to be painful because I'd be asking for my brother-in-law for some help from my brother-in-law. But at least I would be able to get my stuff into his truck and get it done pretty fast, right? Because by the time he got down here, got down to my apartment, I could probably already have 3 or 4 boxes already downstairs on the boulevard for him to slap into the back of his truck. And I don't have many boxes. I might have a dozen boxes, maybe just over a dozen boxes altogether, and then some bags, right? So, I'm trying to keep it as compact as I can right now, because there are some furniture pieces that I want to take with me also. I want to take my bed if I can. I want to take my fireplace if I can. I want to take my wicker chair and my ottoman. Everything else can go, right? I want to take my art. I'm looking at my art and say, what can I part with? Well, there's one picture I can part with, but that frame is so amazing. That's on the picture that I want to keep that picture too, just for the frame. So I don't think I'm giving away any of my art. I have I've already been taking some stuff down to the garbage pail. I know I have some lamps here that can go to my work. Actually, I have a lamp right there. Yeah, I have a lamp that can go to my work. It's made of cut glass. When my mother and dad bought it for me when I got my first apartment, I think in 1981, they got me this lamp for my birthday. And at that time, this lamp was over $100, right? I left the price tag on it. I couldn't believe a lamp for $100, right? Even to this day, a lamp at that price is very, very expensive, but it's cut glass or it's cut crystal or something, right? I think it's pinwheel crystal. It's a big, big lamp too. Yeah, it's not like I'm not afraid. I am afraid. I am nervous, but what good is it? What good is it going to do me? It's not going to do me any good. So I just gotta hack away at it. I gotta hack away at it. And that's how I move myself forward. And that's how I've always moved myself forward. Right. And that's nice that you admire, because it's something I admire myself, right? Because I used to say all the time, if the end of the world came, you would probably want to end up on my doorstep, because I would try and figure out a way to save us, and I would do it nice and calmly. Those scariest moments that people have in their entire lives, when that moment hits me, like right now, I'm nervous about where I'm going to be at the end of the month and everything. But once I'm in that moment, it's not scary at all. It's I have a calm that comes over me that makes it so I can just deal with what I have to deal with in the moment. And that's why, I guess, why I deal with most of my things in the moment, because it's so much easier for me, because I whip things into shape, right? As much as I whip the good into shape, I whip the bad into shape too. So if I get chomping and start worrying, like today, I could have sat here and I could have taken lessons online. I could have relaxed. I could have eaten. I could have gone for a walk, but instead I started packing and organizing and doing some cleaning, keeping myself busy, keeping my mind off of my worries and my problems, right? So that's a lot of it, is a little bit of distraction, right? To be distracted from my problems. But I'm a true believer that it's going to all work out good, that I'm sitting right where I'm supposed to be sitting, right? Like I'm one of those people. So it's easy for me to sit here knowing that it's going to be okay. Whereas somebody else who didn't have that intuition, right? And that knowing that it was going to be okay, how frantic they might be, right? But at the same time, they would move themselves forward, right? They would have no problem, because if they knew what I knew, they would go and they would ask for that help. Whereas Cindy, she just kind of sits in there for the last minute until she has to scurry around and fix whatever she has to fix, right? Yeah, that's the way I work. That's the way I work. Let me take a look at some of these comments here. Thou shalt not be found out. the 11th commandment. Is it the 10 commandments or the 12? No, it's the 10 commandments, isn't it? 10 commandments or the 12 commandments? Good night, Nancy. Cindy's one cool person. $1,000, Melvin. Holy moly. You must love your dog. How old is your dog, Melvin? How old is your dog? Yeah, I'm glad, because no matter what, I was moving. So I could have just sat here with all my stuff not packed and then be booted out and not be able to take anything with me. At the very least, I'll be able to keep some of the things that were most important to me, right? Even these shelves here, like I said, I had them gone. I was packing them away and everything. And I says, I'm going to be here for a few more weeks. I'm going to be here for Christmas and stuff too. So, oh, wait a minute. I know what I can do. Hold on, everybody. Okay. There we go, right? There we go. There. See, Christmassy. But you see, this is really neat. I don't do Christmas, right? Last year was the first time I put up Christmas in 25 years just because I thought it was time for me to do some healing and it was time for me to get back in Christmas, but it didn't affect me one way or another. So I knew I was good without my Christmas tree. But my sister a few years ago, she got me this little Santa Claus. It's from the 1930s, right? And you can see the pipe cleaner. This is all pipe cleaner, but you can see that at some point they did a repair, right? They did a repair and they used pipe cleaner to repair it. But look at this, right? Look inside. Look at that old fashioned design. It's from like the 1930s or the 1940s. It's cardboard or paper mache or something, right? A little candy box or something, right? Wouldn't that be cute? Put an engagement ring in there. No, it's kind of ratty, but somebody would think that was a collectible, right? Somebody would think that was a collectible and want to pay a pretty penny for that, right? So there we go. We got a little bit of Christmas going on now, everybody. We got a little bit of Christmas going on. So there we go. I'm just reading the comments, everybody. $1,000. That's crazy. It is, right? It's like a little antique from the 30s or 40s. That makes it almost 100 years. Technically, it's not an antique. Technically, it's not an antique unless it's 100 years old. And I do have quite a few things that are getting pretty close to technically being an antique, but yeah, it can go. It can all be sold and everything. I'm not attached. If I have to lose absolutely everything, I'll be okay. I know I'll be okay, right? I am well, it would be unfair and it would be a lie if I said, right, I'm not worried because I should be worried, right? I have things that I should be worried for, but because I know it's going to be okay no matter what. And if a solution comes my way, I'm going to chomp on it and I will do, even if it involves me asking, right, for help. I will, like I said, right? If I got a call and they said within an hour, I would phone my brother-in-law, even though I'm pulling away from that situation. I would still phone him and say, help, and he would be here and we would load up the truck and he would take it to his place, and then I wouldn't have to worry about any of that, and then I would just go stay in a hotel room or something. That would be awfully expensive, wouldn't it? I don't know if I could find, oh, you couldn't get a hotel room for $500 a month. Not a chance, not a chance. But right, it'll all be good. It'll all be good. And I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with what I got accomplished today, especially like I said, I'm back to work tomorrow. And if I'd known I was going to be back at work tomorrow, there would have been lots of other things that I could have done to get myself a little bit more prepared for this move. But every day, go do my job, come home, do my lives, right? Do my lives, have a nice dinner, save money, don't spend anything, pack a little bit, clean a little bit, wake up in the morning and do the exact same thing. If I do that for 3 weeks, those 3 weeks will be over and done with, and it will be absolutely painless. I'm sure of it. That whole situation will be just painless. Oh, oh, she's brand new. She's just brand new, Melvin. It's important, right? I have my meatball, my cat. I her name is Perfect, right? Because she has no tail and she's missing her ear, but she got so fat and she's like a soccer ball. She's like a basketball. She's just a circle, right? So I just call her Meatball. I just call her Meatball, and I'm surprised that she's not sitting beside me right now because I think she's starting to get used to her name Meatball now too, right? Yeah. She's a cutie patootie, and I know what you mean, Melvin. She keeps me grounded, right? I really appreciate having a pet. It gives me a sense of responsibility because I know wherever I move, my cat has to go with me too, because I have taken that responsibility upon myself. She got me through my rough time, right? I've got to make this as easy on her as I can. This move has got to be as easy on her as I can make it, right? Yeah, she's been really good. Dave's here. Hi, Dave. You have a Merry Christmas too, and everybody out there. I hope everybody is having a really good Christmas, considering that we're not able to spend it with family. But that also takes the pressure off for a lot of us who do spend Christmas on our own. It makes no difference at all. The Christmas is going to be no different this year than it has been on any other Christmas, except for the fact that maybe we won't be doing Christmas mass this year, right? Yeah. Hi, Dave. How's your week been going? What were you up to? Yeah, so with me, like I said, I've been going for lots of walks. Almost every single day, I have been outside. Yesterday, I went for 2 long walks. I didn't just do one walk, I did 2 long walks because I really felt I needed to be outside. And I might even go for another walk tonight. I'm not quite sure. It's already getting late tonight. I probably won't. But off for 5 weeks. Wow, that's a break, isn't it? Is that because of lockdowns or is that because of your vacation time? Yeah, I go back to work tomorrow, Dave. I'm back to work tomorrow here in Manitoba. They've asked that the thrift shops be opened for the vulnerable. So I got my call last week and my first shift starts tomorrow. So I'm back to work tomorrow. So it will be a busy time for me too, because I'll be working, I'll be packing, I'll be cleaning, I'll be panicking, right? I'll be a mixed jumble set of nerves. And you know what? I'm going to take it real well. I'm just going to smile through my days, right? When I'm at work, my problems are just going to be left here. There's nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do, right? So I am just going to just try and just ride the waves through this whole situation. Sharon, did your son, right? Did he come out to visit you? Did they come out to visit you? I know Thanksgiving was going to be a problem, but I know that you said that maybe they might come out and you were going to go for a walk in the park, just keeping distance or something. But I am. Oh yeah, for sure, right? Like it's ups and downs, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun when things start moving forward. It's going to be lots of fun, and it's going to go, and when I start moving forward, it's going to be fast. It's not going to be slow, right? Oh, isn't that awesome? Well, remember Selkirk? Remember Sharon? Remember that one old cabin by the church that we went to? That was across the rivers from Selkirk. That little town that we drove through when we went to that church, that was Selkirk. That was Selkirk. So yeah, definitely really cool. Wow. 63. 63 and your bones hurt, Dave? Was your job a physical job? I know you were an engineer, but don't usually engineers, they kind of hang out on draft tables? Or maybe you did sports in school? Isn't that interesting, Sharon? Yeah, serendipity for sure. You know, we are connected, Sharon. We are connected. There was a reason why we met, right? And there's lots of serendipity, and there's a lot of push and pull in that relationship of ours. So I'm really interested in to see where it goes. Yeah, there's something coming. I'm not sure what it is, but it's going to be interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's yeah, Sharon. I mean, it's sad, but you know what? After the fact, it's not really the same. It's like celebrating your birthday after your birthday, isn't it? So what's the point at that, right? I mean, there's always belated birthdays and everything, but it's not the same. I didn't celebrate my birthday this year. Mhm. Oh, the carbon tax, right? I think that's a good idea. And I think there should be like higher taxes on candy and foods that aren't good for you, because that contributes to the health system, right? For you know, it costs a lot of money to help people when they get heart disease or hardening of the arteries, and right? I mean, they put those extra taxes on people who smoke cigarettes. Here in Canada, cigarettes are almost $20 a package. Can you imagine? And some people smoke 2 packages a day. Like, holy moly, that's like half my wage right there in a day's wage, right? Yeah. So grateful. Yeah, I smoked. I didn't smoke for long. I smoked for about 10 years. I smoked for about 10 years. Maybe just a little bit more than 10 years. And the first time I tried to quit smoking, I never thought I could quit, but the first time I tried to quit smoking, I quit smoking, right? But I pick habits up and I drop habits pretty easily. Yeah. I'll pick up a habit and I'll do a bad habit for months and months or even a year or something, and then all of a sudden I'll just wake up in the morning and go, "Okay, I'm done with that." Right? And then it's on to something else. Oh, right. It will be for the first time, won't it? And his relationship is going good. That's really quite amazing. That's really quite amazing. Especially, right now with all this stuff that he actually was able to find somebody even before this all happened. Can you imagine? Because otherwise, you know, the it's hard dating with the coronavirus going on. Like it's really hard. Like, maybe he even saved his own life because maybe he was going to date somebody who had the virus, right? And this way he already had his partner, so he didn't have to worry about that. I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for him. Yeah, I was actually looking at the history of sugar. Sugar actually didn't even exist until the 1600s when it was brought over by the traders, right? They brought the sugar over and they used to add it was a status thing, right? You know that saying, one lump or two? Would you like one lump or two? That was to stop people from taking more sugar than one lump or two, right? Because otherwise the guys would come in and they would just fill their teacups up with sugars, right? Sugar cubes. But yeah, sugar use didn't come to Europe until the 1600s. And it was such a luxury that they would do great big parties and great big buffets and stuff like this. And they would actually shape the sugar, like pure sugar, into shapes like steak and or fruits. They would make them into apples and oranges, and they would decorate them and paint them with food colorings and stuff like this, right? And people would actually eat these things, right? And they actually did a test where they were actually testing corpses that had been buried in the prior to the 1600s, to the corpses of the people that died after the 1600s, to see the decay in the teeth, right? And there was so much decay, but they would turn a big gob of sugar into a drumstick and paint it with food coloring and stuff and put it on a platter for desserts and stuff, just to impress the guests, right? Just to impress the guests. And people would take this home. So even the poor people, after the while, right? Because it was a sign of status. It was a status sign. So even the poor people would have sugar in their homes, and when they would have tea at 4 o'clock, right, then you would say one lump or two. And it was to show that you were well enough to do that you could afford sugar. During the Civil War, sugar at one point was worth more than gold, right? Yeah, sugar is not a good thing. The discovery of sugar was not needed in any way. We were doing baking with honey, right? More natural sources of sugar, right? But when we figured out how to, harvest the cane, dry the cane, right? Grind the cane up into granulated sugar, that was it for us. Now we're so used to sugar, and I actually think that sugar is actually addictive. I don't know if there's any studies or anything out there, but I actually think sugars are actually quite addictive. Yeah, sugar was a big problem for me. Sugar was a big problem for me. Well, maybe that's what I need to do. I'm on a 90-day no sugar diet right now. And I'm losing weight. I'm not losing weight very fast. But I don't have a lot of weight that I want to lose anyway. So I'm good with losing it slow. But I'm going off my diet for Christmas Eve. So at 7 p.m. or maybe 8 p.m. on Christmas Eve until the next 8 p.m. the next day, I will go off my diet so I can enjoy Christmas. I think it's important emotionally that I feel good, and I think sacrificing the goodies at Christmas might be a little bit too much for me, right? I like a good challenge. But it's a tough enough Christmas this year anyway. So I think the least amount of emotional damage that I can actually instill on myself, I think that would be the best. That would be the best thing, right? That would be the best thing. Yeah, I do sugar twin in my coffee, but that is just as bad too. Oh, David's here too. Aw. Thank you so much, David. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a strange up and down, up and down, up and down. And not just, today is up and tomorrow is down and then the next day is up and the next day is down. It's like numerous times during the course of the day, up and down, up and down. I'm starting to feel like a yo-yo. How have you been feeling, David? How's your congregation? How's everybody doing? Are you doing okay? Have you been well enough? And yeah, thank you so much. And I appreciate the prayers. I appreciate all those kindnesses that everybody puts out there for me, and when they send all those kindnesses, and they actually take the time to say a prayer for me, right? Thank you. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Yeah, but as it is for sugar, yeah, I have to cut that sugar back, and I'm feeling better. I feel a lot more clear-headed. And I feel my energy levels haven't changed in any way. I might even have a little bit extra, and I'm not panicking as much as I think I should be panicking. So that's a good thing. I don't know if I can attribute it to not having the sugar, but I'm sure the sugar keeps the nerves going, right? I'm sure that the sugar keeps the nerves buzzing at the very least. But that is good to know, Owen, that you don't use very much sugar. Yeah, this week especially, right? I noticed that I'm waking up in the morning. Sometimes I got a lot of tightness in my feet, a lot of tightness in my muscles, in my legs, and I know that's a sign that I'm dehydrated, right? So I know that it's important for me to get a little bit more. And I keep juice and lemonade in the fridge. So there's fluids for me if I get up in the middle of the night, or if I decide to take a vitamin or anything, right? I have my box right here on the floor, everything for my desk, so that I can just do the last few things on my desk, go poof, 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 in the box, close it, big slap of tape, and it's another box for the pile, right? Another box for the pile. I hope everybody's there. Oh my gosh, did I just You wouldn't believe what I just did. I went into panic mode. I looked at my phone. I went, my phone is off. Oh my gosh, did I accidentally lose my live? And I'm panicking and I'm going through my live on my phone. But it's not my Instagram, it's my YouTube that I'm on, right? So I was panicking for no reason at all. That was pretty funny there, right? Because I'm trying to save my live on my phone, right? So yeah, we can just back out of there right now. Okay, everybody. I think that's it for this week. I hope everybody has a really great week. I hope everybody's doing okay. I hope everybody's managing to put a roof over their head. I hope your neighbors are doing good. I hope your congregation is doing good, David, right? I hope everybody is emotionally doing okay. William, if you pop in later, hello, right? Melvin, good news about your dog, but bad news about $1,000 bill, right? But we do what we do for the creatures in our lives, right? And it's important to invest our money in what makes us happy, and our pets, that it does make our happy, right? Owen, for sure, email me. I'd love to chit chat with you. Okay, everybody. Sharon, it was nice to see you. It's nice to see you. Hopefully we get to see you on Christmas Eve, and everybody 7 days from now. Oh, right. So we'll have 2 more lives before Christmas, right? 1 more live and then our Christmas live. Okay, everybody. That is it. We'll see each other on Sunday. Have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.